Hey guys, just a quick update. We had the TCGplayer 10% cash back sale this past weekend, and that coincided with the $145 play booster box, and they just blew through this. The price of a play booster box is now sitting at 184, and it's probably still gonna rise. I think we severely underestimated the demand for Final Fantasy. Look at this. Let's take a look. Look how many boxes have sold, and the set hasn't even been released yet. There's still like 2 weeks till pre-release, and we are sitting at 13,500 play boxes sold. And mind you, these play boxes are 30 packs, not 36 packs, and this is the inflated Universes Beyond price. So just so much money has been spent just on play boxes alone. If we compare this to Bloomborough, which came out August of last year, and this is probably one of the more, if not the most popular set in the play booster box era, which isn't that old. I think at the beginning of last year is when they started, but Bloomborough is a very popular set. It's gotten, I believe, at least one round of reprint or so. And if you look on TCGplayer in the last year, 6,700 boxes sold. Now and so you look at the price of this right now, it's $145. But don't forget, this price reflects the 36 booster pack. So this had 36 packs. So they're generally just a little bit more expensive than the 30 pack ones. But of course, we're dealing with Universes Beyond, so the price is inflated, and that just gives you a sense of how much money has gone into Final Fantasy. And that's just the play boosters, right? It's getting to the point where, I mean, earlier play booster boxes, at around 145, 150 seemed pretty reasonable. And when the collector booster boxes were sitting, they're sitting at like $700, which is a ridiculously high amount of money. But now, if you want to buy the play booster box, it's going to cost you like almost a third of a collector booster box, which is just ridiculous how much this costs. It's going to get to, I fully expect that the play booster boxes will hit close to $200, probably around release or after release. We heard about a second wave of play booster boxes coming. But it really goes to show you how much money and how much product that Wizards of the Coast prepped for this, right? There were rumors that there were sets like Bloomborough Foundations where they delayed or postponed the reprints of those sets to make more space or time allocating their printers for Final Fantasy. And it shows. But what's even crazier is that all of that extra resources, all of the extra prints that they've already done, it's already selling out, right? Can Wizards of the Coast keep up with the demand? Because so they allocate a lot of resources to printing Final Fantasy, but at some point they probably had to stop, or at least stop on some of their printers, because they did do a reprint of Bloomborough and Foundations and Wilds of Eldraine. They reprinted a bunch of stuff recently. Duskmourn was reprinted. So how much more Final Fantasy do they have ready to go? And how much more are they printing now? Because they've also got to print whatever Edge of Eternities, and they're probably printing Spider-Man already. So how big is this second wave going to be? I do suspect it to be quite big, but I don't know if the price of the play booster box will ever go, not that it will ever, but I don't know if it will go back to like 150 in the short term, maybe not even the rest of this year. I kind of think this is going to get close to 200. And I think that even with whatever second wave is coming out soon, and then very, very likely another wave of reprints coming out probably around the holidays of this year, November-ish, I think the price of this will just fall back a little bit, maybe 160, 165. I think this inflated price is going to stick around for quite some time. What I'm actually very interested in now is, okay, we have the second wave coming. we're likely going to have another reprint coming. I don't think that reprint around October, November is going to be that large. So I'm interested to see, will that meet the demand? Like, will the demand for this product still be that high in around November, when I think that's going to be after Spider-Man. That's going to be Avatar. So how much will the other Universes Beyond sets like Spider-Man and Avatar impact Final Fantasy? Will the focus shift to those other sets? Will they be the next big shiny thing, and then demand for Final Fantasy kind of dies down? Obviously, I think yes, right? So then if that's the case, then they don't need to reprint that much more Final Fantasy. But I do think that Final Fantasy is very expensive. If you're going to be buying this at all for any reason, drafting, cracking packs, and it's going to cost you $200 for 30 packs, which is very expensive. But what can you do? It's just, Final Fantasy's, the set looks amazing. I want to just really quickly, before we go, take a look at some of the art on the set. It looks incredible, especially what are they called? The Through the Ages cards. I think the Through the Ages cards art looks the best. And I usually don't collect cards per se, but they look so good that I'm even considering trying to collect a set of these Through the Ages cards. Look how beautiful the artwork on this is. It's incredible. And I talked a little bit about how rare these are going to be. And a lot of people pointed out I made a miscalculation, that I said that in a play box, it was going to be 3 of these. I think we were talking about the artist cards. 3 of the artist cards per play box, but it's actually 10 per play box. I don't know what the foil percentage is going to be like. Look at this Brainstorm. Looks incredible. Thrasios. Is this a actual new art, or did they just take a screenshot? I'm not really a big fan of the screenshots though, but I think they actually drew this, right? Like, this one doesn't look like a screenshot. It looks like the scene in the game, but not a screenshot, I don't think. Oh, Atraxa. Look at this Atraxa, Sephiroth. I mean, yeah, so Through the Ages, I can't wait for the set. I'm scared of how much everything's going to cost. My hope is that so much product is going to be open. I mean, so much product has been sold, so I'm assuming most of it is going to get opened. And if it gets open, I'm hoping that the prices of the singles at least aren't that inflated as the sealed products. Then sealed products for this set is going to be the thing to hold. If you're going to be collecting for the long term, you want to hold the sealed products. Because all of the singles, I think the prices for most of the singles are just going to constantly keep going down, because people are just going to keep cracking packs, trying to chase some of these chase cards, things like that. So, if you want to, I'm going to wait to see the price of the singles on all of this stuff, and perhaps wait until it hits like a pretty low point. Maybe about a month or so after release, and then try to pick up some of these Through the Ages cards for the collection. All right, well, let me know, were you able to get some play boxes under 180? And if you didn't, what's your plan? Are you gonna bite the bullet, get it at 180, or are you gonna wait to see what Wave 2 looks like? All right, I'll see you guys later.